Hey, what's going on, people? Guns Arrive from NextGenTactics, bringing you some special search and destroy. Still going to be sort of my style of search and destroy because obviously you're going to be watching me play. But I'm playing with Spider Bite. So, and for those of you who don't know, you're living under a rock. Spider Bite and myself, Guns for Hire, are the co-owners of NextGenTactics. We run NextGenTactics. And we used to game together quite a bit back in COD 4 days, which is the reason why we even started NextGenTactics in the first place. We, when we were playing just in public matches, you know, we gamed quite a bit. We both loved Call of Duty a lot. And we just found that most of the time, in most of the games, it was always Spider Bite and myself at the top of the list. And we'd basically be fighting against each other to see who would get top spot. But at the same time, we always gamed and communicated together. You know what I mean? Like when although we were competing for, you know, top spot, we never compromised each other. We always said, okay, there's an enemy player here, there's an enemy player there, I hear someone here, I've got the bomb down here, come here. Or even, and there was a point before we moved on to World at War, when we would play Call of Duty 4, and on every map, we would automatically know where we were going. Say for instance, Strike. When we would both go to A, we both knew where each other was actually going to be covering. We didn't even have to think about it. We would go to the spots immediately. We knew that the claymores were down. We knew where the other person was watching, so that we didn't have to turn around. We didn't have to keep checking our shoulders. We were just in sync. Our gaming styles were in sync with one another, and we were able to play this game perfectly. And in this game here, we were actually gaming with Bentley and Meatwagon 22 as well. And for those of you that still living under a rock, Bentley is a longtime fan of NextGenTactics and is our very first NGT employee, basically. He's the NGT Games channel, the director, NGT director's manager. So he manages all of them. He makes sure that all the videos are there, communicates with them, creates the spotlights, organizes them, promotes them, and helps us research other aspects of NGT as well. So he's an important part of NextGenTactics, just to let you know, because I know some of you guys still don't even know who he is. He's not just someone that's gaming with us. He is part of NGT. Meatwagon 22, of course, you guys know that he's also been a longtime fan of NGT and is the newest, not just NGT director, I mean, not just that, but he is actually partnered with the Game Station Network now, just the same as we are. So he's actually partnered, you know, and he's on his own, and we fully support him. If you haven't checked him out, please go and check out Meatwagon 22. Epic, and you'll always see him in Zombies, playing Zombies with Spider Bite. But he is an epic COD player. Zombies aside, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's a highly skilled individual and a smart gamer. And for the most part, if we were still doing it and he wasn't on his own, he would probably be invited to go on the NGT Elite, because he is a very smart gamer. He knows what he's doing. He communicates very well. In this game here, in Search and Destroy, communication is the key. Even if you just have one buddy playing Search and Destroy, it's more frustrating to play this game when you are just by yourself. If you're just playing in a random game and you're playing in random Search and Destroys, it can be very frustrating because, number one, not everybody has a mic on PlayStation 3, and even if they do have a mic, like most of them do in Xbox, they just ramble. There's nothing to do with communication about in the game. They're not talking about that. They're usually just talking smack about, yeah, man, I'm packing my bong, or E-thugs talking all smack like they're cool and stuff like that. You know what? That's why you see me mute everybody. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about all that stuff. When I'm in the middle of a game, in a Search and Destroy game, my mind is focused on the game. And the only audio that usually that I want to see or hear coming from other people is, I got a sniper here, I hear someone near A, he's up in the building, or calling it out, you know, he's in D4, bombs down in B3, whatever it is. That's what I want to hear. Oh, I forgot, this game was friggin' hilarious. Watch this. There's several moments in this game where I get so friggin' lucky. I'm just like, I wonder if someone's over at A. And then all of a sudden I turn to look, and you're going to see what happens. I'm just constantly watching. I'm like, huh? Whoa! I honest to God get so lucky in this game. What am I getting? Another 5 kills in this game. So I go 12-2 overall. But nonetheless, you're going to see, and hopefully we're going to be putting these out on a regular basis. You're going to see them, and it's going to be more or less showing you that all you need is a small group of individuals. And a lot of times, you just need even 2. Like, back in the day when it was just Spider-Bite and myself, both of us could just game with, like, random gamers in our lobby, and we would do absolutely fine. Like, we would win games, basically. Just him and myself were almost always the last 2 alive. There was a point, though, when we started gaming and we brought in people like Killer Buds. I kind of miss playing with him. He's a great guy. He's from Vancouver, BC. Is it Vancouver? Yeah, Vancouver, BC. British Columbia and the west coast of Canada. And while his gaming skills was not MLG type, and he'll tell you the same thing. He's a great friggin' guy, but his communication skills are the absolute best. When we're in a search game, that dude is the first one to be calling out. He'll be like, I spotted 3 going to A, 3 going to A, or 3 here. There's 1 person in this building, there's 1 person there. He is incredibly good at making callouts before he dies. Before he dies. Killer Buds, if you're listening, you know that's funny, and you know that's true. Anyway, I do miss gaming with him. But that's just it. If you want to be really good at search, if you want to have a really good game, it's not necessarily that you need to be the best MLG player in the universe in order to excel. You need to communicate. You want to be like a really good team player in this. Oh, I think I get friggin' slammed in this. Oh well, whatever. What can you do? You see that epic fail on the frag there? I got all crazed up, turned around, threw it at myself, and I was like, whoa! Went back to the opening, and I died. But the real key to a successful team, at least in public matches, is communication. If you're constantly communicating, don't ramble on. I swear to God, nothing bothers me more with the NGT Elite or any other group when I'm playing Search and Destroy than when they just start yammering on about nothing. I mean, put it this way, it's like I'm throwing away $300 on my Astro A40s. What is the point of me having a really good surround sound headset if I can't use them to actually hear where the enemy is because my teammates are too busy talking about how amazing the weekend was and blah, blah, blah? You know what? Save that for the lobbies. Save that for some other time. Do not yibber yabber in my ear. And that's kind of also why, you know, no offense to our live streamers by any means, but why I'm not very productive also in when we do hold public opens with our live streamers. Because typically they're all like asking 6 million questions. They get in a lobby, and I understand that. I understand why they're doing that. But you know what? Save it for the lobby. Don't ask me questions because I'm going to mute you. And I do that all the time. Fans are not, if you're yammering in my ear in the middle of a game about, hey, how do you do this? Or what's your favorite? You know what? Mute. That's what you get. Mute. Muted. I don't want to talk about it. Don't care. You want to ask me those questions in the actual lobbies. That's the place for the actual chit-chat. In the game, focus on the game. You know what I mean? Call it out. And in this game here was a perfect example of that. Spider-Bite, Meatwagon, Bentley, and myself were all, you know, I say try hard, but I mean, we always play like that. But our communication was amazing in this. Constantly communicating, saying what we got up, saying where the claymores were, what we were covering, and it worked out brilliantly. And even, I think it was in this game here where Spider-Bite in the end was like, wow, that's the way this game should be played. I think it's been a while. He's been playing a lot of zombies and everything, so I think he's gonna get back in the swing of Search, because just like me, it's our absolute, both him and I absolutely love Search and Destroy. It's our absolute favorite. And I think he's sort of forgotten. He's forgotten how much he loved it, because when we were gaming, and maybe it's just because he's been playing with a lot of, you know, fans and stuff like that. So again, like I just mentioned, they tend to ask a lot of questions rather than focus on the game. So when we were in this, and the 4 of us were just in constant communication, it made the game so much smoother. It made it tight, and I don't know, it just improves the overall experience so much better. We're in a situation here where it's 3v4, and it was 3v5 a second ago, and it's the communication that's key. The downfall of the other side is they're not communicating. They're not working together as a team. All you need, like, put it this way, if you had 3 people, you find 3 friends or whatever, I guarantee you, your games, the number of games that you can win in Search and Destroy will just escalate. And more so in Search and Destroy, because Search and Destroy really is about teamwork. It's all about friggin' working together, communicating it, and everything like that. You can't do that in Deathmatch. Deathmatch is just everyone sort of running around buck wild and hopefully that they know what they're doing to get the kills. And that's great and everything like that, but it really shows nothing to do with teamwork. I know it's called Team Deathmatch, but it's really just a whole bunch of individuals on the same side sort of adding into the same pod. And in this particular game here with Search, it really truly is a team-oriented or team-based gaming system. And right here is a perfect example of teamwork that worked out brilliantly for Spiderbite, Meatwagon, and myself when we were left alone. Right here, we're constantly communicating. It's like, I've got the top level, you know, the stairways or whatever. I've got a claymore on the rear. Meatwagon was like, I've got the bottom alley. And then Spiderbite knew when he was near the bomb that he didn't have to turn around. He didn't have to look behind him because we both had those doors and those entryways completely sealed off, which allows him to focus fully on his area, and then you end up winning games more. That's what it's all about. It's communication. Hopefully we'll bring you more Spiderbite and Guns for Hire Search and Destroy episodes in the future. Stay tuned for more amazing footage. Peace. Get the latest updates and stay in touch with the NGT community with our all-new Facebook application. Check the description of the video for details.